Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this live stream. I hope everybody is really doing well. So, guys, welcome to the month of April. The month of March, we literally nailed it with all the Bitcoin moves. A lot of trades with respect to alts, and a lot we good did actually. Overall, we did an amazing job. If you really want to know what exactly and how did we play it, guys, everything is transparently updated and uploaded on our website 21 technicals, where you can all just go into the results section and you will be able to see what and how did we our month of the March went. It was amazing despite of the fact that the Ramadan was going on, but we have given our best to have the ball rolling for the month of Ramadan. So guys, I hope you guys are doing well, and what April is going to bring for us, guys, let's discuss that. But before we do dive into the April month, just try and understand what we were discussing a few days back about, what I was expecting about Bitcoin. Every live stream that we discussed, I have been very vocal about it, that, we are having both the scenarios of bull and bear, but the bear one is looking more strong at this point. This is the case where the bear means we are not talking about HTF bearish. No, HTF is very bullish, because I'll tell you why I feel HTF is very bullish, but we still need this April month to close, so that we can confirm that May onwards we are simply going to run up more and more higher. So let's try and deep dive into the analysis. So just give me a thumbs up, guys, or hit a like button if you really like my content, so that it can be reached to a lot of people. Also give a thumbs up if you're able to hear me and you are able to see the screen as well. So just give me a thumbs up as well. So guys, let's start. So if you look at the Bitcoin monthly, guys, first of all, let me tell you, in the beginning of the March, I did this live stream, public live stream, where I mentioned, historically March is going to close green. So whatever you get to buy, the March opens, you should definitely buy it, because that's going to give you a good returns. And exactly, if you remember, we bought 60,000, even 59.1, 59.3. I mentioned that, that dip is for buying. And yes, we literally bought, and like twice we bought for trades, and we made first, we made like 13%. The second one we made almost close to 12.5 to 13%. So both the dips were amazing, and March was one of the big months. So we are still holding our 16,800 spot bags. Also, we are holding our 39,000 spot bags, not sold. We are going to hold it because even if we can dump to 58,000, I still feel that, you know, HTF, we are bullish. I mean, there's no evidence at this point, you know, that we should be selling our bags. And let me tell you why I feel that, you know, we should not be selling our bags too early, because I feel that 80,000 to 84,000 is going to happen in probably the next few months down the line. Maybe might not happen in the month of April, but maybe in the month of May might possibly happen, or might even happen in the month of April as well, the midweek of the April. So let's talk about it. What exactly are we expecting on Bitcoin? So if you remember how the monthly closed, the monthly literally closed like above the previous all-time highs of 68,940. That gives us a strong bullish confirmation. And look at the monthly candle and look at the monthly volume. March volume literally broke out above the MA, which is a strong sign that the volume literally broke out. That flip happened with the volume, which clearly indicates that if you are bearish on BTC, then I don't know what to tell you, but these dips are for buying, trust me. Now, of course, it's not like that we are likely going to just keep on blindly buy those dips. We need the levels as to where we should be buying the dips, okay? And that's what exactly I'm gonna discuss in this stream, as to what are the levels you should be watching or looking to buy the Bitcoin dips, and along with Bitcoin, what you should be buying. You know, in my view, the AI dips are going to be your beast dips, and I feel that, you know, AI FET have reached to my targets of 3.5 to 3.95. That was the range, and so I'm expecting now to probably give us a back test of 1.7 to 1.6. I know it's too much to ask, but normally this is the pattern. I mean, I'll discuss later on in this stream as to what we can be expecting. So let's first of all discuss about Bitcoin. So the monthly closing, amazing candle. I mean, I would not say it's just one of the beast candles that we have closed. Now, in fact, it has never happened in historically that we have closed above the previous all-time highs. You know, we normally used to reject above the previous all-time highs. Even, you know, see in the if you look at here in 2021, we did not close in the first instance the previous all-time highs. We literally rejected, despite the fact we got a huge candle for a month, like 40% candle, but we still rejected. And then later we made another highs, and then we start dumping. This time it's a different actually. Even if you look at from the perspective of 2018, over here, yes, we tried to close, but then we closed above and we started running back turbo. So basically the monthly candle was literally, you know, the amazing candle, as you can just look at it. So the monthly is really remarkable, and it's very amazing. The monthly RSI, I am expecting it to probably give a little bit of cool off and going to retest a 50% or 58%. So monthly, I think we are mostly RSI stopped over here. I'm expecting it to give us slowly and gradually a retest of MA based RSI around 58. So this is like, it's the dips are not going to get over in probably a day or two or probably a week. It's going to take its own sweet time. Probably we might be going into a, you know, a few months of a sideways move. Remember, this is just a sideways, and it's not like a you know, a bearish reversal at this point. No, I'm not saying it's like a bearish reversal, but in my view, this is more like a sideways at this point. That's what I can see of. Now, yes, what my feel is probably we have some support on the USDT, you know, the Bitcoin RSI on the monthly. So probably we might just see one more small dip over here around this support of 65, 66, and then probably go one more push up where we form a bearish divergence on, you know, the Bitcoin. This is what exactly we did here in 2018. So that is a possibility, you know. I mean, we might literally do something, some sort of a thing. So let's see, but we still have some few weeks to unfold for you know, the Bitcoin RSI to cool off. So the monthly is literally looking for some bigger cool off rather than some small cool off at this point. Now it's too early to say whether the monthly is literally going to reverse at this point. No. Why? Because we need another monthly closing, which is like almost 30 days from now. So forget about the monthly at this point. Now let's move on to the weekly. If you look at the weekly, guys, weekly did have a very interesting, you know, I mean, 3 drive pattern. If you remember a few days back when I did a live stream, what did I say? I mean, I am looking a very interesting 3 drive pattern on a weekly, and that 3 drive, in my view, should be giving us a very interesting top, and now we have broken down. So practically that's a perfect 3 drive. I'm expecting the weekly RSI to break under 66.7. So basically I'm expecting even we can see a nice bearish retest of these levels and then probably dump like this one more time, and this is going to be our perfect M pattern. This is going to be an M pattern. So that is going to be our M pattern. So that's what, but in between, of course, we're going to get a bounce. We're going to get a retest of 77, 78, maybe even 80 levels. But that is what the retest, that is going to be like a bearish retest in my view. So I would say if you're literally itching to short right now, I would say, hold on, don't itch at this point. Wait for a bearish retest so that we can literally get a good short. But this weekly RSI is definitely not looking great, guys, and it's perfectly playing out. You can check our previous videos where I literally mentioned a 3 drive for a RSI, and that is literally going to play out. And that's where here we are. It's perfectly playing out at this point. In fact, we might be following a very interesting head and shoulder sort of a pattern. So what we might literally do is we can go right here to 67, 66, give us a nice bounce over here in beginning of the May. So beginning of the May we get a bounce and then we start dumping like this. That's going to be like a perfect head and shoulder sort of a pattern for RSI. So I think, guys, ladies and gentlemen, I think you need to chill out. I think for maybe next few weeks or few days, like the first week of April, we are likely going to be doing a lot of choppiness and a lot of pumps and dumps sort of thing. It's not going to be a straight away move. It's not going to be like up only. It's not going to be like down only. It's going to be like a chop. It's like a range that is going to form. So I'm going to discuss from the price perspective. If you look at here, this weekly closure is going to be very crucial. We are still very early. It's just like what? It's Tuesday. So we really need to wait for 5 days just to see how this weekly is going to close, because we really want to see the engulfing candles on the weekly. If you see an engulfing candles on the weekly, if bears literally close this way, then definitely our plan would change and shift to more bearishness from that point of time. But this for now, I think it's looking bullish. So let's talk about the daily time frame. Daily time frame, ladies and gentlemen. There are 2 possibilities over here, the daily. But before we dive into the 2 possibilities, let's just try and understand what we discussed earlier. There was 2 schematic. There were 2 possibilities I shared earlier. First, I shared that the first is the bullish. So the bullish case was, as I mentioned, if I just probably open a prenumbal. If you remember, this was this, the prenumbal lunar eclipse. I mentioned that after prenumbal, I'm expecting Bitcoin to pump. And that's exactly, we literally pumped to 71,600. I was expecting it to do 72.4 because that was like a perfect 886 Fibonacci levels. Normally, I wanted the perfect 886, but it just missed slightly. I would say it went to 71,760 on Bybit. And on Binance might do a little bit different. So that was our bullish count, okay? And we're going to get a dump before the total solar eclipse. We're going to see a little bit sideways correction, and then probably a total solar eclipse, we can literally run back up turbo. So we're going to again analyze our thing as to what the total solar eclipse is going to bring for us. Okay, so that was the bullish count. Let's go to the bearish count. The bearish count was perfectly that, we are likely going to go to 72.4. Maybe you want to this OB of 72.2 and reject and start dumping back down to 58,000. Maybe anything under 59,200. That's the week that we really want to take care of. So basically anything under that is going to be a good buy that for Bitcoin. So that is what the bearish count we had. So we had bearish, we had bullish. So bullish count is invalidated at this point in my view. That's what I perfectly feel. But I would say I would still gonna keep it. It's going to invalidate only once we start losing the levels of 61,350. Till we are above 61,350, the bullish count is still valid. We might be, this might be the move that it might be some sort of a, AB, or maybe 1-2 irregular expanded flag sort of thing. Possibility is always there. So I'm simply going to, I'm simply not going to discard the bullish count as well. The bullish count is really valid. We're just going to go deep dive into the lower term time frame. Now let's understand from the perspective of a week of accumulation. That's what we discussed as well previously. So based on the week of accumulation, there are 2 schematics that we have. The first schematic is here. Based on the week of accumulation, the first schematic suggests on a Bitcoin that yes, we are likely going to be doing, ST right now. So this was an ST. You got an ST. Now we go a saw in phase B. So we sweep the lows, and before the total solar eclipse, we bottom. We bottom before 8th of April or 7th of April. We literally bottom before that. We literally sweep the lows, and after the total solar eclipse, we pump it back up towards $80,000, maybe even $79,000. It all depends. And because I feel that this is how April is going to give us a good buying opportunity. So I think the total solar eclipse is going to be another catalyst for the bears. So I'm not expecting it to be the catalyst for bulls. I'll explain you why in this video. I think we are going to bottom before the total solar eclipse, and as and when we come close to the total solar eclipse, I think we are likely going to pump it up to $80,000. So these dips are literally for buying, and I'm going to give you that dips as to where we should be buying actually. So that is our schematic 1. Now that is the first schematic 1. Let's also watch the schematic 2. In fact, the schematic 2 also had a very similar interesting thing over here. The only issue with this is, yes, we do going to get an upside move to $80,000, but that's it. That would be the top of every damn thing, and we're likely going to dump it back to $40,000. That would be the big catalyst. Like, that's going to be like a bigger distribution in play actually. So ladies and gentlemen, you really don't need to be bearish about it. If you're having any spot bags and if you feel that it's underwater, don't worry about it. I would just say that this is bullish in my view. Any dips or anything under, practically any sweep, any sweep under 60,860 is where, this whole thing ends, and we are likely going to reverse in my view from 8th of April. So even before that, I think we are likely going to pump it back up to turbo actually. So $80,000 is definitely, in my view, is going to happen before we see any major reversal, is what I feel at this point. So sticking to this plan, we also have a harmonic, and I mentioned that this harmonic is in play. The target for this harmonic is just as the sweep of 60,900. Not necessarily it's going to go to 59,000. Not necessarily it can go to 58,000. You never know. So that's not a guarantee that it's going to go there. Ideally, it should go. It might just simply wick under it, take the liquidity at 58,900, maybe 59,000, but just going to be like a liquidity, and it's going to end up, in my view, with a very interesting bounce like this. It's going to give you that bounce towards 65,000 from literally 59,000. Again, come back down, retest, and 8th of April, solar eclipse begins, and we are mooning towards 75,000 new all-time highs. Like this, and we're going to go to $80,000, and that's where the fifth wave is going to blow everyone out of the game actually. Everybody who was going to literally wait for, because this is a human tendency, human psychology. So they were bullish over here, they were so bullish over here, they wanted 100k. Now what's going to happen now? The primary target is, everybody's target is 59,000. I'm seeing a lot on Twitter. After I posted it, literally when I posted these charts on Twitter, and 13 minutes later on, even Viz agrees with us. Wizard, he mentioned that he's also expecting 58 to 59k and then rolling back up. Remember, all these things we already discussed in the mid of March, before this even thing started it. And yes, we are on track. We're going to play this thing, and we are going to nail this month as well. So this is the plan. Of course, you just forget about the intermediary bounces. I think any bounce, if you're going to give you that 69,000, would be to short, in my view. If you really want to play the scalps, you can short it there. You can probably hedge your bets at that point of time, and you can just wait for the lows to form on Bitcoin. It's not going to be easy for Bitcoin to form that, lows very easily. It's not going to happen in that fashion. So this harmonic is very valid. It's going to play out. Remember, the harmonic target is just the sweep of the lows. Basically, anything from 60,800 to 59,000 is going to be your bottom. It can literally bounce from 60,700. It can be your bottom and just run back turbo. It can be 59,000, a little deeper pullback, 58,000, and then so everybody's expecting 58 to 59k. I am betting that we are going to front run them. So 60,800 to 60,000 is where I think that we are likely going to front run them, and we're going to go for a V-shaped recovery going towards $80,000. Perfectly fit with my both the bearish count that I have. Remember, you might feel that why I'm calling it bearish. The schematic, it looks bullish, 80,000. Why are you calling it bearish? So basically, okay, LTF, you might feel that it's bullish because we are going to go to 80,000 and we don't want to miss this move. So yes, it's bullish, but just imagine, after going to 80,000, overall, what's going to happen? At some point, the phase E is going to begin, and that phase E is going to end up towards the lows, the initiation of this whole move, which is going to go towards $45,000. So practically, this is why it makes it bearish count. So LTF, it's bullish. HTF, it's bearish. That's why I name it as bearish. Similarly, the schematic 2 as well, it's, HTF, it's bearish. LTF, it's bullish. Both the schematics suggest that we are likely going to see, a pump up towards 80,000 at some point. So that is what, in my view, we are getting towards that $80,000. So practically, I think we are likely going to be bottoming around or before the 8th of April. That is for sure. So you still have probably next 3-4 days, maybe even 5 days, 4 to 5 days that we're going to chill out. And probably you can, I'm not going to give any long trades in those 3-4 days till I see a solid sign of a reversal. Till then, I'm just simply going to chill. Now, there is an alternative case. An alternative case would be, what if we are simply going to have a triangle? So what if? Now, the triangle formation would be, in my view, is this. So let's say you got 886, almost close to 886. So now we are aiming for 786 Fibonacci levels. So 786 to 886 again, which will be around $63,000 to $62,000. So that is where exactly we do have a monthly levels. Let's say if Bitcoin literally don't, break or don't, want to go under 59,000 or 60,800, don't want to sweep it. This is how the triangle formation can literally plays out as well. Now, what do you mean by the triangle formation? Which means that the whole move structure would be ABC, ABC, meaning that even the move on the downside would be ABC. So practically, what might happen over here is, yes, we might be bottoming around this. We're going to get a retest of 69,100, 69,200. Before 8th of April, we get a dump to 62,000. If before 8th of April, we are not dumping, we are still around 69K, then I would say just we will have our order 62,000. And after 8th of April, we do something like this. We get a bounce, a breakout, a small pullback, a breakout, a bigger breakout to $80,000. And our harmonic is, our schematic is going to play out then. So, which would also means that this is going to then be not be a schematic, but it will be more of, more of something else, basically. That all the schematics are going to invalidate at that point of time. So for now, this triangle scenario is also a very valid triangle scenario, guys. Very, very valid. So I'm just going to save it over here as a triangle, and this triangle is bullish. Now the target for the triangle scenario is $63,130 to $62,000. Anywhere in between it can do, actually anywhere. So this is what an alternative scenario for Bitcoin would be. So you still have time, guys, to accumulate a lot of Bitcoin or also as well. But I feel that you should not be bearish, guys, honestly. So yes, these are the dips for buying. Yeah, it can go to 59,000, but this is for buying, guys. Don't be unnecessarily just sell your bags just because you feel that we are going to 45,000. Remember how the market works, actually. Remember, it's a human psychology. So right now everybody is aiming for 58, 59,000. Not only Wiz, every lot of charts you will see everywhere they are screaming 58, 59, we're going to pump to 80K. First thing, I think we are going to front run them. Okay, but what happens when we literally start going to 50, anything under 60,800, and the price don't give you a reaction? The target expands from 59, 58, they will go to 54. From 54, when we go there, they will say, no, we are going to 45,000. Now we will buy 45,000. That's how, the psychology works, actually. We are going to stick with our target. Remember, even if let's say our target, our plan literally fails, which I feel it's not going to fail. okay, which I personally feel because of the technical analysis, because of the levels that we have, I feel that it's not going to fail. But let's say if it fails, if we don't hold a $58,000, or maybe even we don't hold these lows, we start losing it at 59,400. Let's say we lose it, we flip that as a resistance, the game is over, because we're going to retrace the whole move and go to the support, which is around 51,000. And later, this is the only levels we can literally see some bounce. But this is going to be a hard trade. Everybody's going to be looking for bounce. So practically it makes sense that then we'll be looking for a 2023 highs would be around 45,000. But that is all coming only and only when 59,400 flips on daily as a resistance. Till it don't flip, don't even dare to think of we are bearish. Just play, go with the flow, guys. We are here to make money. We are not here to make predictions. I'm not predicting anything. We are here to make money. Where should we buy as a trader? We want to make our portfolio, pump it back up to new all-time highs. That's all we want. You know, we want to outperform everyone. So that is what your mindset should be. Look, as soon as I posted on Twitter, my USD DOM chart, and you guys knows already about it, that USD DOM is so bullish. I've been very vocal about it since mid of March. As soon as I posted, a lot of people commented in my USD DOM and Bitcoin chart, you are a shit. What do you know about BTC? You know, they are like, we are going to 100K. We are never going under 59K. Just look at those comments actually. I feel that these guys are either so overly exposed to something and they just simply want to run back up so that they can make money. Or, you know, I mean, I don't know, I mean, what other things they might be thinking just to, you know, demotivate my analysis or demotivate me actually. No, I'm not going to get flooded with my own plan. There are two posts already, 63.1 to 62. If we don't get the dip in next 2 to 3 days towards 60,800, I would be then buying aggressively from 63.1 to 62K. Would be building coin margin contracts. Again, remember I closed my coin margin contract at 71.5. I mentioned in my channel as well, I'm closing it. I'm booking profits because that's where I think that we are likely going to see some more downside nasty move. And I was really, correct on that sort of thing. So practically I would say, guys, just stick with the plan and we are going to make a big money. Halving is very close, less than 20 days. I would say less than 18 days now for halving. So what's going to happen with halving? It's very tricky to say. Why? This is the first time in the history of Bitcoin we have made new all-time highs before halving. Normally Bitcoin makes new all-time highs after post-halving. But this is what everything has happened for the first time with a V-shaped recovery, pumping back without any bigger retracements. So we got, this is going to be a very different sort of a ball game over here. So if anybody says that after halving normally dumps, we might not be having the same thought. After halving, we might probably be dumping, but we might just probably be making another highs, to 85, 90,000. So that is also a possibility. But this time, I would say we change our strategy for halving. But for now, halving is a little bit far. Before halving, we have the total solar eclipse. So let's just deep dive as to what the total solar eclipse normally. I just want to revise. I've already mentioned the previous stream that what total solar eclipse brought previously. So we have the solar eclipse chart over here since, I think we have it since 2019. Okay, even we had it for 2018, I think. Okay, fine. So we have the first solar eclipse chart on total solar eclipse chart. The July 2019. What did we do? So yes, major support. We hit the previous all-time highs before the solar eclipse, and we literally bottomed on the day, one day before, or I would say on the day of solar eclipse. We literally bottomed, and then we went for a run-up. So after the solar eclipse, as you can see here, we literally bottomed at the solar eclipse and we pumped from the lows literally for almost close to 37% pump. Of course, it did not make the highs, but just imagine 37% pump. I mean, how big would that be actually? So the first solar eclipse, we dumped and we pumped, okay? We literally bottomed before the solar eclipse and we pumped. Now, this is my perfect thesis as well. Now, slightly changes over here would be, this was like a V-shaped recovery followed by an accumulation, compression, and then more expansion. So this was also we had, we pumped before, we pumped after the pre-number lunar eclipse, the green line, dotted line, and then we dumped before the total solar eclipse. We bottomed at least, when was the solar eclipse? It was on 14th of December. So we literally bottomed around 11th of December. That's like 11, 12, 13, 14. That like 3 days before we bottomed. And then afterwards, what happened is the history. Price went nuts and we just pumped. As you guys knows about it, we literally pumped, woo, almost more than 2x we did. Okay, so that was in 2020. Then again, we had another solar eclipse in December 2021. What happened at that point of time? Also, this solar eclipse also resembled a very nice and interesting. So we topped out before the solar eclipse, like few, I would say, days back. And then we started dumping. On the date of solar eclipse, we bottomed. Literally, we bottomed. We got a huge dump. On the day of solar eclipse, you got a huge dump. And then overall, we got 24% pump actually. So I think 7th of April to 8th of April is the day where you should be buying literally the dips actually. I think that would be the bottom. So we might be bottoming either 3 days before the solar eclipse, or we might be bottoming on the day of solar eclipse. So far, we saw 3 solar eclipses historically, and out of 3, 2 solar eclipses bottomed. The price bottomed and on the day of solar eclipse, literally. Okay, so just note it down somewhere. Then we had another solar eclipse we had on 28th of April. So what we did pumped up before, and the price started dumping on the day of solar eclipse, went a little bit lower, and then I would say after the solar eclipse the price dumped. It did not just pump it up, it dumped another 4 to 5%, and from that level it just pumped up, I would say 4 to 5%. So this was a little bit tricky in 2023, basically the last year that we had a solar eclipse, because here the structure is we were in an uptrend. We never saw a big downtrend before the solar eclipse literally happened. So that is a little bit tricky one over here. I can't literally make out what we might be looking for. So over here we can clearly see the structure. This is not matching with the 2023 structure. Okay, you guys knows about it. It doesn't fit with the 2023. What it fits with is in 2020 that we had, but not exactly sort of 2020. So there are 2 possibilities over here for our solar eclipse. Today solar eclipse is on 8th of April. So 8th, 7th, 6th. On 5th of April, which is going to be 3 days from now. Hold on. 5th of April. Here. I'm going to have a yellow color. Okay. Yellow. Where is yellow? The yellow did not happen or what? Okay, yellow. So I think we should be bottoming. We should be bottoming between 5th April to 8th of April. Anywhere. This can be anywhere. I mean, anywhere this box would be the bottom actually. This box is going to be our bottom for Bitcoin. Okay. So there are 2 possibilities as I mentioned already over here. The first possibility is, we dump here to 64,000 already. We dump, we get a nice pump on 5th of April. Further, we go a little bit sideways correction, and on the day of eclipse, we dump big to sweep the lows, bottom, and the next day we started running back up like this. So that is going to be our interesting, take that this is going to be our bottom, and I'm expecting, let's say anywhere under 60,700 would be our bottom. So this is what I am expecting, a 20% bounce minimum. 20% bounce I'm expecting for after the solar eclipse. So practically it can even go up for a 30% bounce as well. So that 30% is going to be amazing for Bitcoin actually. So 20% minimum, 30% max in my view, that what Bitcoin should do. So that is the first plan that we have for a solar eclipse. The second plan that we can have, I already mentioned, is the triangle plan. Now the triangle plan would be as I mentioned that yes, we normally, we're going to be bottoming, let's say around 64,200 or something. We bounced on the 5th of April, and we keep on bouncing till 69,100, and then we get dumped on the day of solar eclipse, or maybe a few days back the solar eclipse, towards 63,000, maybe 62,100, and then we run in back turbo for a triangle towards 77,650. So that is where I'm expecting. These are the two possibilities. So practically, I feel that we should be, intensifying our dip buy opportunities between 5th of April to 8th of April, especially from 7th of April to 8th of April would be very, very intensifying. It's like going to be like a buy the dips in my view. The worst case scenario would be that, we don't get a pump after total solar eclipse. It's just going to like more downside, and losing 61,343 on a monthly would be very bearish, which I feel that we're not going to lose. But losing 59,400 on daily is going to trigger a big sell off, and it's going to go for 50,000 then. So yes, for us, we really want to be bullish, or you really want to stay bullish. You want Bitcoin to stay above $59,300. You don't want to Bitcoin to close anything under 59,300, not even a single candle. So that's what we are having a daily levels for here. I think that is going to be our plan for BTC. I hope you guys understood it, guys. A lot of people ask me, please type everything in the Discord. Sometimes what happens, I cannot just type everything what I mentioned. It's going to be like a big essay or a paragraph, and you might lost it. So that's why I keep this stream, so that you can watch it. You can probably make a small snipe of it, out of it, and probably save it for you for the month of April, so that you don't get lost. So I think April is going to be good. The first 10 days, we are going to, first few days of April, we are buying the dips. The next few, after the few days, the first half, maybe 15th to 18th of April, we are pumping back up to 70, 75,000, 75,000, $80,000. Again, we are dumping back down from mid of April to maybe the first week of May, slowly, gradually. And then again, we are pumping back up to new all-time highs, or maybe just straight dump to 40,000. It all depends on the schematic it's going to play out. So for now, the plan is very, very simple, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you have understood the plan. So now let's talk about the daily time frame for a USD DOM. So now we have understood very clearly for Bitcoin. Now let's also try and understand what do we have for a USD dominance. In my view, what I feel is I am not bullish on USD DOM. Now I am bullish on USD DOM on the lower term time frame. Please understand there are two points over here. So if you look at from the lower term time frame, there are two possibilities over here. Now I am bullish on USD DOM on the lower term time frame, but I'm not bullish on USD DOM on the higher term time frame, on the weekly. So daily is bullish, weekly is yet not turned bullish. Just understand the time frames and their explanations. Okay, so just I wanted to tell you, for those who are new traders over here who have joined us this month, please try and understand. For you guys, there are various types of traders out there. You need to identify yourself as to in which category you fall. Either you are a scalper, either you are a day trader, either you are a position trader, or you are a swing trader. You need to identify yourself. If you really want to know a major differences between them, just go to our website 21technicals.com, go to the infographics, and you will know exactly what the major differences between them and what you really want to pursue as a trader, what type of trader you want to be based on your capital. For a person over here having more than 100K, I would say be a position trader or a swing trader, as you're going to make millions going ahead. But if you're having a capital less than $5,000, I would say do a day trading. Do not indulge in scalping, okay, unless you know what you're doing. Day trading means okay, we caught a swing of 60,000 on the Bitcoin. We knew that the target is 71,000. You just keep holding it. In between, it might probably go to 65,000, come back down, retest 60,000. Again, it goes pump back to 75,000. This might happen. So the day trader, just stick with the target. You have the lows, you have the highs. That's how you should be playing. Okay. Now, this is what for various time frames. Weekly is a very high term time frame is considered for spots and swings, even for position trading. For daily time frame is also good for considering, you know, a day trading, or you can also say that good for swing trading. Anything under daily to 1 hour is good for day trading. Anything under 1 hour is like for scalping. That's all. That is the time frame you know, you need to understand. Also, guys, a lot of people out here in crypto space, they are newly coming in just because of the meme seasons, meme coins pumping, and Solana meme coins are pumping. They really want to make a quick bucks. They're like, I put my $100. What if this $100 goes to 1 million? You know, these are all, I know it's good to have such sort of dreams actually, but it's not going to work every time, my friends. It's not going to work. So that's the reason we have a lot of indicators. We have given you access. We are teaching you basically how to use those indicators. It's just that this month I couldn't do much live stream because of the Ramadan. Sure, we couldn't do it because of the Ramadan. Ramadan is probably finishing it, you know, in like first by 8th of April or 9th of April, it's going to end. So practically, you know, after that, we will be available daily doing streams and everything so that you guys learn a lot of things. But also, I wanted to tell you two things before I go and deep dive into the asset dominance. First, we are getting our fund management bot getting up and live by end of this week, and that's the period. That's the target that we are having. Fund management bot is the access of the bot is going to be given to all the GoPro members. Okay, the 26 members that you have been given an access. So we want to have a trial we are running. Once that these 26 members, you know, finishes both the phases, they get funded, we're going to have more and more members coming in for the GoPro. Second, we are having our new trend screener going live on 28th or 26th of April. So the work is underway, and a lot of things have been developed for the new screener. You already got everybody over here, and everyone have access to, you know, the two screeners that we have published on our website. Divergence screener, which is a real-time divergence screener, guys, and the breaker screener, a real-time support and resistance screener on various time frames, even gives you notification when the price breaks out and break down with a confirmation of two consecutive close above the resistance or under a support. This is the only, you know, screeners. You will get it here on 21M Technical's website. It's open and it's free for all the public to view. So use it wisely. Don't get, you know, just don't be, you know, don't play with emotions that this is how it should bounce. This is the level. No, check what the screener is saying. Where are the levels, and plan your trades accordingly. Actually, the third screener will be a trend, you know, trend screener. Actually, that trend screener is going to be like a game changer, and you won't be able to find anywhere in this whole crypto space. This is like a small gift from us to whole crypto community with the trend screener. You all will be able to use this screener. This screener is going to have three important things. The first important thing, this screener is going to have Monday highs, Monday lows, and Monday mids. Automatically, it's going to tell you, it's going to have a list of all the assets, and it's going to trigger, you know, it's going to highlight which asset has flipped Monday highs, which asset is having a price in the Monday lows. So basically, you should not avoiding longs over there. Which asset is flipping Monday high, so you should be looking for longs, or buy the spot it has flipped, the trend is shifting to the more bullish. Which asset is above Monday mid, so you can scalp Monday mid to Monday highs. Which asset is under Monday mid, so you can short Monday mid to Monday lows. That's how you play the scalps. That is the first part. The second part of the trend screener would be EMAs. We are going to play with 4 EMAs actually. Okay, and based on that EMAs, we are going to have a traffic lights. There will be 4 traffic lights besides every asset. If, you know, we have, based on the traffic lights, the algorithms will tell you whether you should watch whether this coin should be on in your must watch list. So when you start trading, when you open your day, you normally, what I normally do is I go here. Okay, I go here, and whatever coins, I create my watch list for a day. So which coins I feel is bullish, these are the watch lists I create actually. You see, new coins and AI. So these are the watch lists I create. I create a watch list. Which coins should I be watching it? So now what we should be doing in next few days, what you should be doing is go to the 24M technicals in the morning when you wake up. Look at which coins have, a must watch, which there will be a message beside every coin. There will be total 6 messages besides every coin. Either the coin would be a must watch category, a coin would be a buy signal, a coin would be a strong buy, a coin would be a sell signal, a coin would be a strong sell signal. So these will be the 5, messages that will appear besides every coin actually. Okay. Of course, that's not like a financial advice from our end. Of course, we're going to add a disclaimer as well, because that's all based on the algos that we are, we have designed and the logics we have designed. So that's what it's coming, guys. And I hope you are so excited the way I am excited to use it actually. And even if you don't want to subscribe us, you don't want to, this is a small gift that I want to give it to the whole crypto community. And because, all the 53,000 loyal followers, you deserve it actually. So that's a small gift from my end basically. Well, let's go on to USD DOM. Well, if you look at the USD dominance, we have a harmonic here. Now this harmonic is pretty much valid. The move on the upside doesn't seem to me like it's done. We still have the equal highs over here, and I'm expecting it to sweep the range lows. So it's just going to have a little bit choppiness, and once it flips the equilibrium of 4.36%, I'm expecting USD DOM to pump it back up to 4.95% levels. Okay, so I'm expecting USD dominance to be bullish, and it's going to run back to 4.95 to 5% levels. Now, whether this is going to be the bottom, ladies and gentlemen, or this is like bottom, what are we going to have one more dip? So what exactly we should be expecting? So let's just try and have a a bigger harmonic. This is a week off that we have. Let's try and just look at what the week off that we have. So this was the week of events and phases that we have for for the USD DOM basically. So as you can see here, over here, now I would not use this schematic over here, because let's say even if we are pumping back up, now you really want to see this week off, inverse the chart, and then you will be seeing it. So let's say you got a dump. Okay, you got a dump, and right now we are literally in the we are just making another resistance. So we're just going to bounce, of course, from these levels. And I would be expecting it to, do STN phase B. So that's going to be an STN phase B. It's going to do something like this. And then we are likely going to start a big bull run again. It's going to be like a double bottom sort of a thing. A big W pattern, which emerges, is going to be from here. It's going to be like a big W, you see? This is in my view, I don't know, but I feel this is how it's going to play out. Big W, and we are likely going to do something like this, where the USD dominance literally goes to 0.5, maybe even 0.4% levels, So that is what my plan is for the USD DOM. On the hard time frame, ladies and gentlemen, this is very, very valid. And the only worry is these equal highs that we are having it. And these equal highs also goes with our USD dominance HTF plan actually. Let's see how this plays out. Now let's look at the lower term time frame. The lower term time frame, if you look USD DOM over here, what I am watching is, what if this is wave 1, this is wave 1, this is wave 2, the whole move on the downside was wave 3, A, B, C, wave 4 over here, and then we go for one more push on the downside for wave 5. So practically, we're just going to draw the fibs from this wave 2 of 6.18% to the lows. I just need to see whether got the perfect lows or not. The lows are around here, 3.82. So we need to have two fibs over here, which is very crucial for us, which is 0.5 and 0.382 fib. That's going to decide our wave 4. The invalidation of wave 4 would be golden pocket. 0.618 is going to be the invalidation. 5.3%, any flip of 5.3% or any wick above 5.3% is going to invalidate the wave 4 actually. So I think this is likely a wave 4. We go to 4.9 to 5% levels and we dump this one more time to 3.65, and after which we do like this. So that's going to be our wave 5, and then we are likely going to see a very interesting move on an upside for a USD DOM. So practically we are aiming for a bigger harmonic over here. So this is what my plan for a USD DOM. Even if you look at from the daily perspective, look at here on the daily time frame for the USD dominance. 3.64 is a strong support, which I feel it should be testing it. Looking to the RSI is trying to flip the 50%, which is not a good sign in my view. Of course, it's not a good sign. The daily RSI is suggesting that we are bottomed and we are likely going to pump it back up. So if RSI, literally goes to 70% or above 70%, then we might literally dump more than 58K actually. So hence I would say still from today till at least 4th of April, you should not be buying anything. You should need to simply wait for it. The best buy the dip opportunity is going to happen in my view anywhere from 5th of April to 8th of April. That's where, or 4th of April to 8th of April is where the dip buying opportunity is going to happen. The best is 5th April to 8th of April is where we will be buying actually. So don't expect any calls or longs from my end from today till at least 4th of April. Okay. So 3 days we are not going to touch any longs. Even if it wants to pump, let's let it just go actually. I will be buying with a very concrete confirmations between 5th of April to 8th of April. Okay, so here's the dominance flipping. Let's see how we close daily actually. Looking to the weekly time frame, here's the dominance is like a bearish retest. It's just retesting EMA, RSI based MA on a bearish retest. So what we really want is this week we close under. Next week it's like we dump like this one more time, and then we go for a big run up. That would be very, very interesting for the USD DOM on the weekly time frame. So this week we are going to have I'm just opening a calendar. So this week we are going to we will be bottoming from Friday 5th of April till Monday 8th of April. That is where the dip buy opportunity comes. Normally over the weekend we will be going sideways, not much of an thing. On Monday, next Monday, we will be seeing we might see some drastic dump. Buy the dip, that would be the bottom, and we can literally pump it after later on to $80,000. Okay, so this week is going to be like a weekly RSI is telling me that it's like a bearish retest, and we might be seeing one more dump, like a double bottom sort of thing on RSI, after which we are going to reverse. So that double bottom on RSI is going to literally give us a pump on a Bitcoin actually. So that's the plan for Bitcoin and overall market. Now let's talk about few of the alts. Atom is still my favorite. I got stopped out at 11.53. Literally could not flip the 12.5. I was expecting it to pump. Now we are having this whole trend over here. I still feel it's bullish. And then also, if you look at here on the Atom, we still have the trend line, which is mega bullish in my view. So this trend line is, yes, very, very bullish. I really don't see. Yes, we might retest $10, maybe just sweep the 10.5, maybe go to $10. Possibilities there. Maybe we can even do a retest of, $10. Yeah, $10 makes sense. We should literally be holding the $10 And once it holds $10 and starts flipping 11.5, I will give that spot buys for 11.5, because I'm playing a range actually. Understand? We would have got or closed Atom in profits because we literally bought at 11.5. It pumped it back up for like 25%. We booked profits. Again, we bought and it pumped almost close to, you know, if you remember, 14%. But they just threw that profit because I know that I don't want to, you know, lose the rest of the 50% gains just to make 11%. So I just let it go actually. I think once Atom flipped 11.5, we are playing a bigger range over here for another 70 to 80% gains, which is definitely going to happen. So I don't want to miss it, and I won't let that miss it as well. Let's go to the AI coins in my view. So what I feel for the AI coins is first, let's go to my favorite, FET. If you remember, I have already given my views on FET along with the targets actually. A lot of people would have literally, you know, they can't even know exactly how to play the faves or what to expect, guys. This is what I already gave you prior to even doing the move actually. I mentioned a bigger move is going to happen anywhere from 3 Fibonacci levels, 3.5 to 3.96. That's where the bigger move is going to happen, and that's exactly, we went up there and now we are dumping. I feel FET, the best buying the opportunity for FET would be anywhere from 1.9 to 1.7. We are going to hold 1.46. We're not going to go anywhere, a single dollar under this. And after that, I'm expecting FET to pump it back up towards, you know, pump it back up towards maybe $8 or $9. So that's my plan. I'm expecting FET to, my dip buying zone is around 1.9 to 1.67. Now RNDR, I'm still bullish on RNDR, but I need some better dip buying opportunity over here. So yes, I'm expecting RNDR to retest $8, the previous all-time highs that we got. So that is the levels we should be buying the dips on RNDR if given. I'm not sure if it's going to give you, but in case if it gives you, we should be buying, definitely buying the dips. What I can say for sure is right now this move on RNDR can be you know, can be very interesting, you know, can be like wave A over here, this can be wave B over here, and this can be 1 2 3, a retest of $10, one more dip down to fill the fair value gap till 8.15 to $8, and that is it. That is going to be our bottom. And from there, I'm expecting RNDR to run back turbo to $15. So you want to buy dip, 8.15 to $8 is where you should be buying RNDR dip. Your invalidation levels should be $6 for RNDR. Buy spots actually, okay? So this is what I have for RNDR and FET. So that's all what I have for today's stream actually. I'm going to connect probably tomorrow again for the same stream. Daily, I'm going to give you update. Also, I just want to tell you all one more thing. I will be away for a vacation from 11th of April till 19th of April. So I won't be able to, you know, connect with you guys, as I won't be traveling with my laptop because of the security reasons. I won't be even, I'm not sure whether I'm going to get any network over there, so I'm not carrying anyways. So Shaur is going to be helping you guys, whatever the queries you have, but I will be completely away between 11th of April to 9th of April for a vacation, guys. Have a nice day, guys. If you have any queries, do ping me in the Discord. I'll definitely answer you guys. Thanks a lot. Have a nice day.